All right, so today we are reviewing the set 40597, the creator genre, but very specific to be a pirate set. You know, you can see my box was not very well handled here. This was a set that I had in storage for a little while. I can't remember when I got this. It's been a little while, but you can see there the tape was pretty good on this box. I had to go get me a knife so I could actually crack the box open. But anyway, this set was actually a gift with purchase. I can't even remember when it was offered, if I'm being honest. But a fantastic set. It reminds me a lot of the pirates that were sold in the 90s. That was when I was using Lego as a kid. So a lot of nostalgia here for me. That's probably what drove me to the gift with purchase. I I try not to look at Lego.com too much because I'm addicted to the gifts with purchase. There's something about it when I see the gift with purchase. I feel like I can't help myself, so I stay away. It's for the best. But anyways, this set, like I said, it's kind of 90s pirate style. You can see it comes with a minifigure, same style as the pirates in the 90s. Not necessarily a part of any kind of genre. This was before, or movie genre, I should say. This was before Lego was really pushing the themes of, you know, the Disney sets and the Star Wars sets and the Marvel sets and, you know, the things that followed whatever was in the currently the big hit in the box office. This back in the 90s, this was when, you know, Lego had only their own exclusive themes. You had the castles and the knights, and you had the cowboys and the Western style. They had pirates. There were a few, you know, they had space and city, and there were a few really unique genres. I'm trying to, oh man, I can't even remember in particular. There's a time traveler genre. I'll have to post it up and you can see it there, but I can't remember what it is right this second. Anyway, overall though, this is a great build. This was a great build. A lot of fun. It took me about 30 minutes to build. I wasn't necessarily trying to rush through it, just kind of enjoying my time building the set. But overall, a really good experience. Like I said, this is a gift with purchase. So how would I rate this build? Well, let's see. We're gonna rate it 4 different ways today. Okay, we're gonna rate it for the build. How good was the build experience? That's things like, you know, were there unique techniques that were used? Were the pieces unique? Did it have some elements that were particularly difficult to build? And of course, this is a bit subjective, but I think we can give you a good idea of the experience of building this set. So we'll rate the build. We're going to rate the playability. I think that's a huge part of Lego. Not all sets are made to be played with, especially nowadays with a lot of the collector's things that are coming out. But we're going to rate the playability and talk about how well does this set play. And then we're going to look at the display value, or rate the display of the set, because like I said, some sets aren't really made to be played with, but I think every set should be made to display, even if it's not a playable set. Even if it's a set that has a lot of playability features, it helps a lot when it looks good on your shelf. It's after you're done building it, right? And then finally, we'll talk about the value, which the value is a little more difficult to discuss just because, you know, this was a gift with purchase. So it's a little bit challenging to really nail down the value here for something like this, but we'll do our best. But anyway, we're about halfway through the bulk of the build here, and you can already see we've got a bit of a cove there, and you got the front teeth of the shark. We're building up the shark's head. That was something that I was excited about this build, was that there's this sculpted shark. We stuck our little minifigure in the cove there. He was exploring the cave. It's fun to play while you build. But as I build this up, you can see we're actually building a shark's head, right? And so the cove is shaped like a shark, which is a lot of fun. That's going to definitely add to the display value as we go through. But I want to mention that even though this is a set that's kind of more in line with those 90s pirate themes, one thing I was really glad to see on the build side of things is that they didn't use any of those big rock pieces. Those big chunky rock pieces. I have found that I don't like them. When I was a kid, I really liked the rock pieces. I got excited when they came in the set. I think that's mostly because I was impatient and I could build a third of my set with a single piece. So I thought that was cool, but now it's a lot more common. I don't even know if Lego has sets with the big rock pieces still. They might. I'm not sure. Maybe some of the junior sets with fewer pieces. But now it's much more common for Lego to build landscapes using slopes and essentially those brick-built landscapes, which I really appreciate. I think it's awesome. One, because you end up getting more pieces with your set, but it also just builds more diversity to the set itself. It's not just one big honkin' rock piece stuck right there in the middle. We had a little bit of studs not on top, the snot bricks that we were using. In fact, I think I'm placing those on right now. Yeah, you can see I'm building the slope of the shark. The angle of the shark, we're gonna have the nose point directly up. It's a really cool build as we get to the end of this, building this shark here. But the other part of the build that I really liked was, in addition to the cove, in the shark cove, we have a little fortress kind of built off to the side, and it's built in a way that's kind of rustic, kind of made to look a little weathered, like the pirates. They built it with whatever they had on hand. And then there's a brick-built flag here that we'll see as we get to the end here, which is awesome. I always like brick-built accessories. I like when there's sculpting involved. I just think it adds character and creativity to the build in and of itself. So really awesome. Because of all those things, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 4 on the build. 3 out of 4 is pretty good build, pretty good solid build. Has some good techniques, has a good variety of pieces, and a pretty solid build altogether. You know, we have the stud or the snot bricks, and then we have the creativity of the shark's mouth itself. We got sculpting in there. Pretty good build overall. 3 out of 4 studs. And then let's move on to playability though. So playability, well, I think this is where my rating will suffer the most. And it's not because the set isn't completely playable, but I feel like there's a lot of missed opportunity here. It's a pirate set, right? And one of the first questions I was asking when I was building this set is, why not 2 pirates? Why is there only 1 pirate? It makes it a lot less fun to play with when you've got only 1 minifigure. And it's also less believable that the pirate would be out searching for treasure all by himself. I mean, I don't know, maybe he would. But I can't help but think they should have included another pirate, maybe one of those cool striped tank top guys with the red bandanas that they used to have in the 90s, maybe, and with one of those buccaneer pistols. I think that would have been awesome. I don't know why they didn't include that with this set. That would have added to the playability tremendously. And then the other piece that I think would have elevated this set and made it, honestly, would have made it a 4 out of 4 if we had an additional minifigure, and if we would have had a little bit of mobility with the shark. If the cove itself would have had some movement, which I realize would have added some complexity to the build, which probably would have given it a 4 out of 4 build as well. But if either the top jaw or the lower jaw of the shark, if there was a little bit of movement there, just so that you could stick the treasure in there and cover it up with the shark's mouth, that would have been absolutely awesome. But the 2, I give it the 2 out of 4 studs with the playability, mostly because, well, it earned some studs because, one, the raft. You can see I'm building this raft right here. that's a playable feature that makes it a lot of fun. And then you had at least one minifigure, so makes it pretty fun that way. But so we got 3 out of 4 on our build, 2 out of 4 on our playability. Display, I'm gonna give this a good solid 3 out of 4. I don't feel like I can give it a 4 out of 4 in its own right, just because it's just not big enough to do that. But I would proudly display this on my shelf. I mean, it's look at this, it looks fantastic. We got the shark, looks amazing. So I absolutely love the display here. But I'd say we got an easy solid 3 out of 4 here on the display. And then the value. So this is where it gets tricky, right? So I mentioned this is a gift with purchase, but Lego.com, if we look at Lego.com, it values this set at $20. Now, it's going to be tough to get this set for $20, seeing as it's a gift with purchase. A lot of times they're sold for 150% of the value, you know, so like $30, $25 or $30 with this set. And you have to buy it aftermarket because you can't get it from Lego. But you know, is it worth that price? I don't know. That's at $20. This set is about 9 cents a brick, which is actually a pretty good deal. Average brick cost for a Lego set is usually about 11 cents a brick, so right around there. So 9 cents is a pretty decent deal. But you may not be able to get it at this price. However, I did for our video. I jumped over to bricklink.com, and right now there's one for sale that's brand new, sealed, and it's only $10 in the US. So free shipping if you're in Idaho. So if you're in Idaho, you can get this set for $10. That is an incredible deal for any set of this caliber. Totally awesome set. To kind of take it back, so. Oh man, I love the display here. You know, I feel like I can't give it 4 out of 4 just because the set, but it also, here's a close-up of kind of the different set. We've got, you know, like I said, the minifigure and the raft here. We got the treasure, cool treasure, though. I have to say, I don't love the treasure how it is now. Back in the day, they had like chrome treasure, which was way more cool than the treasure now. I don't know why Lego went away from it. And then we've got the main event, right? The landscape, and then some extra pieces. So all that looks good on the shelf. We like it. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day.